In just a minute, I'm going to lock myself out of the exhibit. I'm going to let the cat in. I did what's called a meatball hunt, which is going to allow the cat to navigate the entire exhibit. A happy cat is using that brain. A bored cat is a cat that gets into trouble. So the more I can make this cat think, the healthier it's going to be. Once I let the cat out, I'll come around and do more of a talk out front. So here comes the cat.
Pone la comida para que le piensen, para ocuparla. Son los aburridos. Acá tienen que venir a buscar una, así que estate preparado. Mira, ahí hay una.
They're not together. Coming out for his meatball hunt.
Oh, here comes the cat. Over there, they open that cage door. Look, they're see that. Get over here. The cage comes all the way over here.
Wow, beautiful.
Go take a picture.
Right here. Video mode, and I
Done?
Oh yeah, he did. No, JJ.
Whoa.
Look, he's missing. But he missed one over there.
All right, so welcome to the zoo. Behind me is the lovely Nindiri. She's a 7-year-old female Jack, which is on, like I said, a meatball hunt. The more I can do to keep her thinking, the healthier this cat's going to be. So by placing the food all around the exhibit, it gets her, 1, a little exercise, 2, thinking, 3, it gets her balancing, using that sense of smell, using that vision. The more I can get her to do, the better it's going to be for her. So you might think it's a little unfair to make her work for her food like this, but here in my building, every cat works for every meal. She gets fed 2 to 3 times a day. Once in the morning, a little training session about midday, and then either a feeding or a meatball hunt in the afternoon. I don't know about you guys, but if I only eat once a day, I get a little bit grumpy, so I can only imagine she does too. This is the most aggressive cat in the entire zoo. Most likely the most dangerous of the cats in the zoo. Pound for pound, the Jags are the strongest of the cats. These guys are the 3rd largest of the cats. Now 85-pound Nindiri behind me is a very small example of a jaguar, but they can get up over 300 pounds. Which makes them the 3rd largest. The tigers are the biggest, lions are the 2nd, then the Jags. Now, being pound for pound the strongest, they have a bite force of right around 2,000 pounds per square inch. Us as people, we have about 150 pounds per square inch bite force. That is a substantial difference. That allows her to do stuff like bite through turtle shells. I don't know if anyone here has ever picked up a turtle, but these guys can bite through the shell. They could also do something called skull crushing, which is unlike most of the cats. These guys don't use that suffocation hold. They're literally jump down, bite through the back of the spine, or bite them in the head, putting a couple teeth into that lovely brain cavity, which makes them very efficient predators. These guys eat everything from birds, reptiles, small mammals, large mammals. These guys prey predominantly on tapirs and capybaras. There's an example of those next door. Those tapirs are right around 650 pounds. An 85-pound jaguar could easily take one of those. He is a very formidable kitty. Do you guys know the differences on how to well, how about this? One easy way to tell the difference between a jag and a leopard is just by looking at her coat. They have basically the same coloration, but if you look on Nindiri's sides, you can see that nice circle pattern of spots with the dots in the middle. That is a jag. Leopard, just going to have that circle pattern, no dots in the middle. So when you're looking at them, it's a nice, easy way to tell the difference. If we were to skin them, which we won't do, there's a whole bunch of other differences. But that's the one that's really easy to tell. They are found in 2 different places. These guys range bottom of South America, all the way up through Mexico, and now reside in Arizona. So as a cat keeper, we have a big cat in Arizona. I think that's super cool. It changes how I camp in Arizona, but I like it that they're there. Fish and Game has been tracking the jags there for quite some time now, and they're actually doing fairly well. So these cats, usually a successful cat in the wild will last right around 13 years. The girls are smarter than the boys. The boys don't have to do quite as much. The girls have to raise the young, teach them when to hunt, what to be afraid of, what not to be afraid of. The boys just have to find the girl at the right time. That's all he really has to do. A male's territory will overlap 2 or 3 girls. He gets to hang out with them for about a week, and then off he goes. The only time, since they're solitary cats, the only time they'll be together is when she's in estrus. We track her estrus here at the zoo through fecal testing. I take 3 samples a week. Once a month, I send all those samples up to the lab, and they send me back this nice, pretty graph. And I'm looking for that great big estrogen spike. They'll test every sample for estrogen and progesterone. That great big estrogen spike tells me that it is go time for jags. The whole time